Hello, everyone. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Welcome to the journey home. My name is Catherine, and I live in Nova Scotia. This is your afternoon delight reading. And I shuffled the cards till something flew out. Prior to that, I got the Animal Oracle deck out and the Fairy deck out to have a look at the energies surrounding you. And the Animal Oracle deck, the first card that came out was the Owl, and the second, the Hawk. The Owl is about the sight in twilight, being in the twilight zone, following intuition, being thoughtful, going inward. The hawk is a daytime creature, but it's showing the clarity. It's almost like lifting the veil on things. This is about pride, stature, power. Well, to me, this looks like a nice balance of going within, understanding what is within yourself, and in the outside world, transferring it to that nobility, that stature. It has a lot to do with family as well. Let's have a look at these fairy cards. What came up was Nellis the Alchemist. So this is about changes that are taking place, like a transformative change. And they're not coming out as you expected, but you're going to look back and say it came out, it isn't what I expected, but is exactly what I needed. And with the Maiden, this is about a burgeoning new growth. I also see that there's a lot of speed in this. Things happening very, very quickly. Turns of events. Things that are coming into your life unexpectedly. So let's have a look at the tarot cards for the for today, or for the next few days, or whenever you click on this title. Five of Swords is your crowning energy. So you're dealing with somebody who conquered, but it was an empty victory. It's like they got what they wanted, but it was an empty victory. This could have to do with blockages as well. It could have been people who were determined to put up blockages to keep you from moving forward. But if this is you with the empty victory, I'm sorry. If it's you that walked away, I'm sorry too. Like, this person can stand with their victory. It's an empty one. Two of Swords, you made a decision. You made a decision to cut something out of your life, and it was not anything less than difficult. So it could be, and I do get the feeling this is you that walked away and left this person to their victory, gave them what they want. Okay, you win. I'm out. Which reflects back on these cards. Following your intuition. Rising in your own stature and nobility, in the realization of what is within yourself. Very much changes, not what you expected, but exactly what you needed. And this burgeoning growth. It's said in the book too about this, you know, a child needs that inner parental figure. Children don't want to be spoiled, but they'll test. It's funny that I brought out that card before I cut the deck, but it is what it is. We've got the King of Swords again, that old Henry VIII that'll cut you off at the knees or your head, showing no emotion. It could be a lawyer, you know, that's working on a court case for you, and just a professional person. That's a lot of paperwork, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. Or if this is a person in your life, they're just not showing any emotion. And then we have the Two of Cups. So whatever you broke away from, it could be an end of energies, not necessarily of people. Could be that you cut loose this person, but it brings in the Two of Cups, which is true love. You've been up in your head, sleepless nights, worry, thinking things are worse than they actually are. And like this card tells us, whatever you were manifesting, what came in is not what you expected, but it is what you needed. And we have the Alchemist again. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. This is about bringing balance into your life. It's about finding that gold at the end of the rainbow. The abilities that you have, the path that you're moving on, making the impossible possible. Eight of Pentacles. You're very focused on your work right now, building your pentacles. So understandably, if this is about, you know, a person that you cut out in your life and it was hard for you to do because it gave you sleepless nights, just even leading up to it, the Alchemist is about this change. And now your focus is on your pentacles. This physical way of keeping occupied so that you're not in this state of mind. And here comes your brand new beginning. This has clarity, truth, honesty, all a person could desire in going down this path. It's just crowned in glory. No more confusion. The path is clear. At the heart of the reading is the Three of Cups. This is, you know, the 3D version of the Sun celebration. You could be, this could be a reunion, family reunion. This could be reuniting with someone you love very dearly. This could also be a three-party situation. Why you cut a person out? You just weren't a priority, and you needed to put yourself first. The Princess of Swords. This young lady, prior to being a queen, fixes things. She'll take new things. If she sees any flaw in the future of that new thing, she fixes it. Ten of Swords. This is the finality, an ending, the last sword in the back, the killing of a situation. 10 is completion. So though this brings finality, it brings that Ace of Swords. The World, closing a cycle. Haven't we all been doing that now? Closing cycles. And it brings in the Sun. And this is glorious. This is your new path, your new cycle. It's going to bring abundance, joy, happiness. And see the baby? Yeah, you're on your new path. You're on your new path. Let's clarify these cards. So there was some change, and I think this change has been very gradual, that led you up to the final cutting of a situation or an energy. This almost looks like it happened during the eclipse season, that decision within you started manifesting, that you needed to move forward. And for the sake of love, maybe you feel like you had to cut out a true love, you know, Romeo and Juliet style. There is a lot of This finality may have come from a third-party situation, or just too many cooks in the kitchen and you were at the end of the line in priority. So that last betrayal that was it. And you had to end it. Oh, well, that was a lot of shuffling, wasn't it? King of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with an earth sign. The King of Pentacles always looks forlorn. Wants to make an offer, but true to his form, you know, coming out of the Knight of Pentacles energy, where the Knight of Pentacles moves very slowly, very strategizes every move they make. It was the King of Pentacles that won this battle, this empty victory. So maybe what they came in and offered, perhaps it was them that made the cut. Ooh, the Tower. It shook it to the foundation. This tower had to come down. This choice had to be made. You had to put up your boundaries and say no. One last fight. These boundaries stay. This is everything I built, everything that was precious to me. If you have no self-respect, no one else will respect you. So here is the wounded warrior. You fought the good fight. And finally you cut it out. That sun came up. The sun came up. And it was like all of your intuition that was talking to you during that night of the soul brought clarity with that sun. You're building your own empire, gathering your family, gathering what matters to you. It's not what you expected, but it's exactly what you need. And this new growth is coming in very, very quickly now. There was hidden things when it came to this Two of Cups. You thought this person was it, and perhaps they are, but there are still some things that are hidden, and you had to walk your path without them. Up, restless nights. Do I work with this person? This is about teamwork, two people making one. Divine Feminine is here, so there is divine timing at work here. So it's almost like, well, it looks to me, these sleepless nights and worries, will this ever work out? Divine timing is at play here. The Alchemist. Yeah, karma has to be played out first. Someone has not completed their karma. I get the feeling that if you have been waiting on someone, they're not finished. You've had some massive changes. You've gone into the maiden. You're starting your new cycle. But karma was very much part of this. So maybe you just got through a karmic relationship. And it just wasn't what you expected, but exactly what you needed. So now we have you here focused on your work to keep you from being up at night, to keep you from being sleepless. I know myself, when I get like this, I work all the harder to the point of exhaustion so that I do sleep at night. The trick here is, guys, is get out those meditation tapes. My God, they work for me every single time. It's just beautiful how they work. From healing to releasing to anticipation of a new day. They just put me right out. Hermit. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, but you went into hermit mode to do this inner work, to do your dark night of the soul, and blossoming out into this new beginning, this new path. Could be with this person. It could be that this energy is what brings this new beginning. 3 of Cups to the 4 of Cups. So this cup being offered to you, this is you still holding on to bad energy, saying, boys, I don't want to go through that again. But this is what's being offered. But going to the 4, you don't think it'll be as good as this. Perhaps you're afraid to move on with someone else. Or even the same person trying to offer this cup and your heart is closed off. But this opportunity is coming in from the spirit world. And in this particular deck, Spirit is very patient with you, realizing that you're going through your healing process, trying to close this cycle, to bring in this new one. This is right at the heart of your reading. This tells me that you're really working hard on self, finding the gifts within self, realizing that there are things within yourself worth celebrating. This is the sun in 3D, and here is the sun. Princess of Swords is going to be clarified by the Harvest card. You planted the seeds, you cultivated them. Will they ever come to harvest? Universe says be patient. And then finally, on the wake of day, the Princess of Swords enters and says, all right, this is new. It's time to cut. It's almost like the Queen of Swords, or the Princess of Swords is coming in to clear the harvest. Fix what you've been stagnant about. Oh my gosh, look. This finality, this betrayal, this feeling of betrayal, having that last sword stuck in your back brings in the sun. This is the finality. This is the brand new beginning. Could be dealing with a Leo. Oh my goodness. This is the most positive card in the deck to get. You're moving towards joy. Yeah, you took on the Queen of Swords energy. She's single. The King of Swords is a brother, not a husband. And she struck out on her own, closed the cycle herself, cut out all that negativity, worked on herself, saying no more dead debris here. No more being a page or a knight or a princess. I'm a queen. And I'm cleaning up this kingdom. Closing the cycle. So this new cycle that has begun came as a result, look, as this is the same as these two. The finality. And then the sun coming out. Finality. And then the sun coming out. So you can thank whoever betrayed you for bringing you into the sun, seeing the light of day, having clear vision. You followed your intuition, and now you have clear vision. I'm going to take this over to the extended reading and see what's in your future in both love and money. If any of this resonated for you, you can ask me a question underneath the extended reading, and I'll pull you a card to help personalize it for you. $10 a month gives you access to all of the extended readings of the Afternoon Delights and the Zodiacs. And the special is still on until August 1st for personal readings. Check us over at the website. I hope you join us. And please hit like. It helps the website and the channel. God bless you. Hope to see you there. Bye for now.